Hello everyone, this is Dr. Gobind Garg, and I am very happy to introduce you to Dr. Shreya. Now, before introducing her, I will want to say one thing. Okay, usually many students who are from the deemed universities or peripheral colleges, or those students who have not got very good rank in a particular year, and they feel very disheartened. And they feel कि हम तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते, हमारी तो मतलब लाइफ में कुछ है ही नहीं ज्यादा. And people also start seeing them ke they are worth nothing. Yeah, but Dr. Shreya has broken all these barriers, and she is a source of inspiration for thousands of you. And जिन लोगों को भी इस साल नहीं हुआ अच्छे से, प्लीज लिसन टू दिस इंटरव्यू एंड प्लीज सी के डॉक्टर श्रेया ने क्या कमाल किया है. She is from a deemed university. She scored around 54,000 last year, and now she is with the brilliant rank of 2022, near about that, I think. So
2002.
2002. So Dr. Shreya, welcome to the interview and congratulations first of all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you, and it's
So
an
the
honor
pleasure
too.
is all mine. Hmm. Acha, Shreya, I will want that you should guide our students. You will be a source of inspiration to plenty. So you do not know what you have done. You have generated hope in people, yeah, which is a big thing. So I will want that first you introduce yourself, and then you tell the students who are preparing for next year or who have not got that good rank and they are thinking of quitting, that
Okay.
what should be done. So stage is
Okay.
all yours.
So, my name is Dr. Shreya. I am from MJ Medical College, which is a deemed university. And my first attempt was last year in NEET PG, which was with internship, and I had not actually studied for that attempt. And I gave the exam. I got the rank of 54,000, and I was actually very disheartened to see the rank because, I mean, of course, I had not studied, I had not put in the effort, so I should not even expect a rank. But after that, I decided that yeah, I have to take a year to study, and this is not what I want. So I took a drop. First, I started my studying by attending ma'am's offline, Zara ma'am's offline week there in Delhi, which happened in April. And there I met every faculty from Cerebellum Academy. And it was really like the best decision of my life to go for that classes because that made me meet people who, I saw how many people are working hard and how hard they are working because I was in a bubble of my own that, I'm doing the best and all, but I wasn't. And that's when I got a reality check, which is very important. I think everybody should, if you get out of your comfort zone, you'll realize people are doing a lot more. And I'm not saying in a toxic way to get competitive, but you don't know your own potential, and many of us don't till we actually start working hard. And after that, I gave November INI, in which I got a rank of 12,000. And that time, I had actually studied. I had done BTR, bonus BTRs, everything that my source was BTR mainly that time. I hadn't done anything else. And after that, I was like, what is going wrong? And then I saw ma'am's strategy video after November INI. And she gave a schedule about ENDs, about tests and discussions and stuff. I started following her. And I saw a gradual improvement in my GT scores in my test and even ma'am's test. And while doing custom modules also, I started realizing, the main problem is that I know content, but I don't know how to solve questions. And that is where I lack. So the ELDs helped me a lot. Like genuinely, they were game changer for me, and I think many people who might have taken BTR and even cerebellum. And after that, yeah, then May I got a rank of 3,000 by following my schedule. I actually was aiming for May and the rank was a little disheartening for me because even in mocks I had gotten pretty good ranks, but maybe the exam stress took over me that time, and I ended up with a bad rank which I didn't want. But post that, so many postponements have happened with this exam. This year was not a normal exam. I think this year, more than how much you study and how much you are knowledgeable, the more important game was see how much you're resilient and how much is your mental strength, to take over this, like just be calm and maintain your sanity. Because, and honestly, whole credit of my sanity goes to, the teachers in Cerebellum Academy, my parents, my family, and my study partners who I used to study with. So, all the credit to them. And honestly, a good support system is as important as your mindset to crack an exam. I know not everybody can have that, but honestly, if you do, uh, world is your oyster. It's very easy to get through any hardship in life. So yeah, that's what I did. And NEET PG happened on August 11th finally after like 4 date changes, and it was fine. Like I got the second shift paper, which was actually a very tough one. And while I was giving the paper, I did not have a very good feeling, to be honest. I was thinking, what, like, this is not what I want to check in the paper. But after coming out also, I was just relieved that exam is done, but I was not really happy because I was thinking the paper is really tough. Like, I don't know what I've done, but it went fine. When I got the result, I had the sense of relief that, okay, I've done enough. That's fine. So yeah, if
So,
anybody is starting to prepare now and who hasn't gotten a rank this year, honestly,
Shreya,
it's,
I will want
I
to,
think, easy. Yes, sir.
your sound is little lesser. It's not clearly audible.
Can you hear me, sir, now
Now it's
properly?
perfect. Now it's perfect.
Okay. Okay.
So
Uh,
Shreya, I will want to ask you the question. Please specifically tell about your preparation for this exam. So, like you have done so many things from the back. So, exactly when you started preparing for NEET PG 2024, and
okay.
how you went about studying.
Okay. So, sir, I started studying from August last year properly with a schedule, and I started with BTR.
Mm-hmm.
And first, I started completing all the videos. I annotated my notes. I went through all the bonus BTRs. I did not do any rapid revision at that point, to be honest. And then I started solving MCQs simultaneously. That was my base. Then after that, a little improvement was there. My first GT score was, I think, 98 correct. I started with that, and it was really like, I was scared of giving GPs, to be honest, because I was scared to see what if I don't get a good rank. And I think that everybody faces when they start. But one thing I would like to say to everybody: please do not stop giving GPs. Please don't stop giving tests. Keep giving tests till the end. Even if your last rank is also not good, you can still get, in top 100. My rank is nothing. I'm just like, it's a very real thing, and people have done it. So I mean, that's when I did. That's what I did, and then I started giving ENDs properly. When the postponement happened in Jan, I took Cerebellum's mission plan, and after that, I started following all the live lectures. I attended everything, and I gave all the tests as and when it happened. And yeah, I saw gradual improvement in my scores with every subject, and that's what, like, GTs also started improving. I gave a national mock also in Jan. After that, the exam got postponed, and I continued. Like, despite the postponement, to be very honest, Praveen sir used to say, "Ki, take 2 days off," because twice the postponement had happened. So everybody was like, "Take 2 3 days off and start studying." And I have done that. I have not gone for a vacation after the postponement. We owe up time then. Never did that. I'm not promoting, to torture yourself, but I think this exam takes that much hard work and that much consistency. So if you have it in you, definitely, if your rank was not good this year, wasn't good last year, just stick to what you're doing, trust your sources, trust your teachers, and I think magic will happen when you give the exam for sure.
Great. And so thank you, Shreya, for telling in so detail about your journey. So my questions are, did you attend all the live classes of Mission?
Yes, sir. Not for the minor subjects, but second year's prof and final year subjects, all of them. And
Okay.
ENT of Thal, I was like well versed due to BTR, so I did not need actually QR from any source actually. So I did not do that. But yeah, for major subjects, second year subjects, I have done all the live classes.
So Shreya,
And
another question is, many of the students they are joining the mission classes. Okay, so their question is that how a day goes. Like we have classes for from 5 to 10, 11. So
hmm,
what to do in rest of the time?
okay, so that's the best thing, right? Because then you have half a day till like 5 p.m. if it's happening in the evening. So you have half a day. You can start revise whatever was done the last day. First thing that can be done is this, like the last class that had happened. Suppose it was a pharma class and antimicrobials was taken. So you can revise that part and then go ahead with your 5 p.m. classes and solve questions before that. That will help. Otherwise, if you're doing some other source, even if it's BTR or anything else that you want to revise, that morning time is yours. So use it for, solving questions, for revising what you have done previously. And I think a very important thing is doing spaced revisions. What people do is they make cycles of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then they go back to the subject that they had done 1 month ago and do revise it after a month. So that does not help. I think every subject, like suppose I have done one subject today, I would like to revise it within 10 days so that it retains in my memory. And when I do the third revision, it's even more faster. So I think this is a very efficient way. That's what I did when I was following the mission classes or I was doing whatever classes I was attending. It really helps. And even like for people who are starting with mission classes, it actually gives you a very good schedule, because then you'll have to utilize the time till 5 p.m. to finish whatever you want to do extra. And then after that, of course, the teachers will guide you ahead with the subject. And I mean, you need nothing more. If you actually do it properly, you don't need anything else. That's it.
So, Shreya, how you utilize the mission classes, like live class when the class is being conducted? So, which type of notes did you refer to? Was you referring to your own notes, or you were making the notes specially? So, but exactly how you followed the class so that you can understand the class also, and you can basically note down
Yes.
all the things also.
So, sir, when I always thought that I should listen to the classes more than writing, because then I get lost while, making notes and all. I did not want to do that. So I had the QR notes of Cerebellum for many subjects. So whatever extra was said in the classes, I used to add in the QR notes, or I used to add to my BTR book or my bonus BTRs. So in the end, I had a consolidated source for every subject. Like even for medicine, such a vast subject, I had BTR in which I had annotated every extra point that Dilip sir had said, and even to his QR notes. So from that, I had filtered stuff which I knew that I had to revise again and again, and that is what I did for every subject. And for pharma sir specifically, I would like to mention I had your main notes, and I have revised those, like I think till now by 8 times, because itna time tha hamare paas. But it is so good. Honestly, I don't even think that people need QR notes for pharma, because that's how good the main notes are. I had seen videos also. I was very weak in ANS, autonomic nervous system, pharma specifically. So I watched all the main videos of pharma for that particular topic, and even endocrine. And my pharma has always been at the top in every test. Like the strongest subject has been pharma. So yeah, it really helps. That's what I did for all the subjects, consolidate into one source. You don't have to take, if you're watching RR videos of different platforms and we follow different notes, then it's not going to help. Whatever extra you see, add to your main source and just keep revising the same thing. Then it's easier to, find everything in one place. That's what I did.
That's great. That's great. Shreya, we keep on telling the students that there are three pillars of preparation of PG entrance exam. One is obviously your concepts. So your conceptual knowledge, your notes, so that you have gained from the mission classes, from BTR and whatever you were studying. So this is number
Yes.
one. You have made a base. And the second pillar comes is the MCQs, because the final
Hmm.
exam is actually MCQ exam. So you need to practice MCQs, only then you will be able to apply that information. So what was your MCQ practice? How did you do? Did you want practice you to do practice daily MCQs, or you were doing after doing some subjects? So what should be the strategy that MCQ should be done in which manner?
Okay. So, sir, when I finish one subject revision, I used to first do the PYQs. I used to finish the PYQs, and then after that, the next day, I would make custom modules. So every morning, my schedule was to do MCQs for 1.5 to 2 hours. My morning started with MCQs, and after that, I started my revisions. So then in MCQs also, I used to make custom modules of 50-50. So every day per day, at least 150 to 200 MCQs I used to do without a break. Like GT days, of course, 200 I'm already solving, but other days, 150 to 200 every day anyhow. Out of which two were mixed modules, which had all the subjects. And one was used to be the subject I had revised. Whatever subject. Suppose I did OBGYN, so I used to make a OBGYN custom module with path, with surgery, and then I used to solve that. So yeah, that's how I solve it. First finish PYQs, then go ahead with custom modules. That's what I would like to suggest.
So, Shreya, two questions in that. Number one, the custom modules which you were telling about. So, did you use the custom modules of Cerebellum?
I did, sir. I did for medicine. I did for pharma and patho. And yeah, like some major subject, clinical subjects. Honestly, I did many custom modules for cerebellum as well, because amazing clinical questions, to be honest. Really good. I have done from other platforms as well, but the clinical questions that I have seen in cerebellum for many subjects are, I think, they are very underrated. I think people should try solving them their own. Then they'll realize that this actually has good content. So yeah, I did try.
Great. So number one was you said that you made the custom modules. So first of all, do the PYQs, then make the custom
Hmm.
module and solve the questions. The most important
Yes,
is
sir.
consistency, that the question should be done daily.
Yes, sir. Of course, you can't afford to not do MCQs. Like even if someday I didn't feel like studying, if that is still fine. But even that day, I used to start studying through MCQs. Like I would do MCQs, then I would see what is wrong, then I would revise that topic. Some days you don't feel like going back to your notes. It's tiring. The process is very tiring. I understand, but even then you have to keep going. Otherwise, you won't get the result. It's not that
Yep.
easy. But yeah, that's
So we have covered the two major aspects of preparation. One is the conceptual knowledge by videos, and second is by MCQs. One thing in MCQs we forgot to discuss. What was the role of the late night PYQ marathon?
okay. So, sir, when Praveen sir started late night PYQ marathons, I first like I think initially there were like 2014 and 15 NEET questions, and most that time I think the paper was way different than what comes now, and the questions were mostly one liner with factual stuff and all. And I did not know all that stuff because that is purely something that is a fact. I don't have it anywhere in the book. So I used to get them wrong all the time. And I was like, I think 5 days into doing PYQ marathon, I was like, this is not going to work. ऐसे questions nahi aate. And after that, I'm like, okay, should I stop? And then later on, I realized when I started doing even more, like, let's, अगर प्रवीण sir कह रहे हैं, so it might have something for sure. So that is what. One more thing, like, have faith in your teachers. Don't use your brain when they tell you, because I think teachers have a way lot more experience than we think. हमें लगता है हमें बहुत आता है, but definitely. But yeah, so I started doing that regularly. So morning mein when I used to start doing MCQs, first thing I used to do was the PYQ marathon. So that way my PYQs were also covered. I didn't have to do it alag se. So I used to do custom modules then after that. But yeah, so I used to solve the PYQs in the morning, and that gave me such an edge while giving the exam, even while giving GTs, to be honest, from various platforms. I realized that how every topic is so overlapped. Like, we think that PYQs don't come. And even this paper, everybody was saying that nothing was related to PYQs and PYTs. They were not that much. Honestly, it was a different paper. But that practice, that confidence that you get from, getting your PYQs very strong and correct when you walk into the exam hall, that gives you, like the result comes after that. Because right, that you have done enough practice of PYQ, so you'll be fine. And then even if the paper is worst that you could have imagined, it works out in the end. So yeah, it was really helpful. So PYQ marathons were like gold. I think anybody who's going to start now, please do all the PYQ marathons. Do not skip it.
Great, great. So we have covered the two major pillars of the entrance exam preparation. One is the concepts based on the videos, and number two is the MCQ practice. Okay. So now coming to third and the most important thing which is left, that is the test. So we have two type of
Yeah.
tests in the cerebellum. One was ENDs, examination and discussion tests,
Mm.
and second are the grand tests. Okay.
Mm.
So did you attend most of the ENDs of the cerebellum?
Yes, so I gave all the EMDs. I've given everything. Like even I started following after the postponement, right? So mission 1.5 EMDs. I've given all of them. And every subject, like even the subjects I did not attend live, maybe I gave the EMDs. I did not skip the EMDs. Maybe I would not have seen all the discussions if my score was okay. But otherwise, I have tried to give all the EMDs and attend the discussions as well. And I also give BTR EMDs, all the cycles that ma'am had taken, 1.2, 2.2, 3.2. I've done all of them. So EMDs actually were a game changer because that teaches you how to approach a question. And in the exam, I don't think the revisions count as much as how much you have actually gained that way of solving a question. That helps a lot. So yes, sir, that was really helpful. And the EMDs were really good. The questions, definitely, like everybody who is actually a cerebral student, utilize that because it will really help you ahead for sure.
And the last thing is about grand tests. So how many grand tests did you appear for in total during this preparation? And
Uh,
what should be the frequency of giving the grand tests?
okay. So, sir, I have given around 20 to 25 tests throughout the year, grand tests, and from different platforms. Honestly, like I used to do from one platform completely, and then uh, in between, I used to think that I'm getting a little biased, and my scores are getting better in this platform only. I should try some other platform as well. So I've given from various platforms. I would suggest this to everybody. Like try giving GPs from different platforms so that you know that okay, I can manage whatever kind of questions that come. And my frequency like it was always once in 2 weeks. I never gave a grand test every week because I didn't see a point in that because I would just keep giving tests and reviewing. My scores were not improving that way. So then I started doing grand test 2 week, so month may twice. That's it. and I used to review the same day, and that's how I, like, whatever subjects were weak, I used to note it down, and then I used to revise those more in the next cycle. That's what I did. So if you actually, like, I think that is enough frequency. Some people like to give grand tests every week and all, so to each their own. But I gave only once in twice, twice, once in 2 weeks. Yeah,
So
that's
that's
it.
good enough. So Shreya, one last thing, how to review these GTs? How much time did you spend in reviewing, and what exactly is the meaning of review?
Okay. So, sir, I think first, I don't think everybody should review all the questions. First, go through and utilize the options that are there, that, guess correct and all that stuff is there, that mark that, because later on it will help you in reviewing. I used to review only the wrongs and the guessed ones, because I don't think there's a point in seeing what I know already again, because many platforms have such long explanation that you get lost and then it does not help you further. You spend, I think, 30 minutes in one question. That's why, people keep reviewing till like 1 week, 1 GT. That, I don't think that helps. So yeah, that's what I did. I reviewed the wrongs and the guess ones, and I used to read only the things I didn't know, and I used to note it down to my notes. Okay, this is something new for me. If it was a repeat mistake, if it was a recall error, I used to even just note it down. Okay, this is something I do it again and again. And I used to, Zena ma'am had taught this skill, to be honest, that uh, categorize what kind of wrongs are you doing. Is it your recall? Is it your concept is lacking? Whatever it is, just count the number of questions you're doing and work on that. So I kept doing that with every GP, and it really helped. Like, first, everybody who sees this will think that everybody says the same thing, and it did not work for me. If you do it right, I think it will work. Major problem is many of us don't do it right. Even I have not done it right initially, and it did not work for me. But when I actually started understanding, okay, this is how it's supposed to be done, and the time I took to review one GT, it would be around 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on the number of wrongs. To be honest, initially it was a lot many wrongs, so it took a lot of time. And with before 5 6 months before the exam, my wrongs were reduced to like 60 50, even less than that eventually. So it did not take that much time. I never actually went back to the correct ones. So
So that's the perfect thing. That is actually what I also advise, that do not spend too much time on reviewing the GTs. Yes, you need to give 3 to 5 hours depending upon how many wrongs you are doing. And if you have marked some answer correctly and you know that, please do not waste too much time on them. And whichever questions are you are guessing or the questions are wrong, please see those questions mainly and further
yes,
categorize them depending upon which type of mistakes you are doing, whether it is a silly mistake, that means you were knowing and overthinking, you made the wrong answers, or you are lacking in concept. So if you are lacking in concept, then that is very important, that please clear that concept. So do not
yes,
shy away from going to main videos or some main books and to understand your concept, because this concept will come again. So if you do not clear it again, you will make it wrong. So try to make a habit that whichever concept you have made wrong once, it should not be repeated. So clear that concept at that point only. Okay. So Shreya, it's very lovely. You told very clearly that how to go about different parts of the preparation, but particularly we talked about three things: conceptual knowledge and MCQ practice and GTs or other tests. Uh, Now, apart from these studies, so I will want you to tell, you attended many of the live classes. So was there any of the good or funny incidences which you can remember? Hmm.
uh, so your classes are actually a highlight in, like, that I remember always. I remember one of your classes, you took time to tell about your life and how you have come to this place. I can never. I think whoever has listened to that class, everybody has had an impact on them, and it is actually like that is something I actually showed even to my parents. And my father was really proud that I'm studying from someone like you, sir. And I'm not just exaggerating; it's a real thing, and it's a very like, it's so inspirational for all of us, sir. And that one story I remember, when the exam got postponed, I did not want to study. I was so like down mentally because I was fully prepared. And I think for students like me, it was really a bad time, that like for those
Yes,
2 3 days that
definitely.
we did not have a date, nothing was fixed. It was really bad. So when I had to again get up and go to my study table and sit again to study, I did not have any motivation. I actually opened that lecture and watched that part of yours, where you were telling about your story and how you went about it. Uh, that just made me feel, if he did not give up, so why should I? And I have no reason to give up. Like, okay, whatever is happening is not in my control. What is in my control is to do what I can do. So I kept studying, even if someday I was not well. And by not well, I just don't mean physically, mental wellness. I think that is something this exam takes away from you. I'll be very honest. It affects your mental health a lot, and that is very imperative. People ignore that. I have also done it honestly. Initially, I used to get so panicky and such anxiety. I used to get because of my GT scores and my test and all that. I did not feel like giving GT. That's how bad it was for me, but I overcame that with the help of, my study partner was there, my parents were there. One more thing I would like to add, please, if you can, study with someone who has a similar frequency like you, like who is as determined to get a good rank, who's as serious as you. It really helps. I'm not saying कि अकेले नहीं हो सकता. Of course हो सकता है. People have done it, but if you have a study partner, it definitely works. Like it works wonders, and I think I've seen many people succeeding that way. And this was also something that Zainab ma'am said, ki when there are two people, it's a good prognosis. So that really worked for me. Plus, I mean, family support is everything. If your parents are, supportive, if your family is letting you sit at home for 1 year and study, it's your job, to give your all to the exam and get the results that they see and they feel happy. More than your happiness, I think that will make you do the work more. That was my motivation, to be honest. I wanted my father, my mother to just feel proud that I have done something. And I mean, I know irrespective of the result, parents will always be proud of you. But if you work hard and you get your result, there's nothing more than what your parents can feel. Like the happiness is something unmatchable and nothing else matters then. So yeah, it's all worth it after you see your results. So just be consistent. Consistency will lead you to anything that you can do. Like hard work, uh, talent, knowledge, everything is fine. Everybody has it. I think any doctor who is a doctor will always have it. It's just that consistency is what changes the game. Show up every day. That's what Praveen sir always says. Show up till the last day. It will work. I have done it, and I think many people who are giving interviews, who you see in different platforms, everybody will have this common thing for sure, that they did not give up even till the last day, no matter what was happening around them. So yes, sir, and definitely like trust your teachers
Very
always.
well put. Very well put, Shreya. So consistency is obviously the key. So you have touched
Yes,
upon one very important thing we normally miss, and that is the mental health.
yes,
So
sir.
I know the PG entrance exam takes a toll, and plus this year it was bad. I will not say it was bad. It
It
was
was
worse.
really
It
worse.
was really bad. So it not only take the toll of students' mental health, but
Even the
are
family.
also for us also as teachers. So we
Yeah.
were really shocked every time what is happening. So you are very well put that you should have a good support system in terms of maybe your parents, your good friends, your partners. So there must be some support system. So Shreya, I will also like to you to tell that what role does the Telegram group played in your preparation?
Yes, sir, for sure. So I I remember like whenever I used to, feel that what should I do about this subject, I used to feel like, this is something I'm lacking, but I don't know how much to do. I didn't want to spend a lot of time also, but I had to do like I had to complete this concept. I had to do more questions also. There's always a lot to do, right? So all the time, like I remember before I could ask the question, I could see ki, someone else has already asked this doubt, and then I used to see ki, like the teachers always reply. Specifically, I remember you, Dilip sir, and Praveen sir, like always on your toes. No matter what time people are asking questions, what kind of questions, everybody used to reply so fast. Even you, sir, I remember I've troubled you a lot in DMs also. That is the answer, kaise aise, kaise. And honestly, I used to get replies so fast that I used to feel okay, like this is really rare, to be honest. Even in offline classes that people may join and all, I don't think it's that easy to get your doubts clarified from your teachers. That jitna Cerebellum Telegram group made it. And apart from studies, I would like to add that just seeing people go through the same thing, the same mental state, and just being it did not make it better, but of course it makes you feel a little okay, that okay, I'm not alone in this. Many people are going through it, and it will be fine. Like if they are okay, I will also be fine. So yeah, it really helped me. It was more like it was a study group for sure, but it was also like a support group. So it really helps me. And of course, all the teachers always Praveen sir always kept asking, how is it going, guys, at 1 or 2 a.m., and people replying to it. It was really like it never felt as if we are talking to such senior teachers, and the way you all replied, sir, it really made us feel like, okay, it's not something I have seen ever. Like, I've been studying, like, everybody, whoever I think will join Cerebellum, they realize that that's the main difference that this platform has from many other sources.
So, Shreya, very well put. Actually, we have also, as teachers, we have forgotten that these are our students or something. It just looked like a family. So, many
Yes, sir,
times what
definitely.
happened is in our family, personal family matters, we have left those matters and we came to Telegram group that this is our first family. So you may have seen that we were there during at 2 a.m., maybe 3
Yes,
a.m.
sir.
And whenever the students are going through different difficult stages while postponement and many mental issues they came into there. So I'm very proud to say Dr. Praveen was already there. So even at 2
Always.
a.m., 3 a.m., he always keep on replying and basically telling the students that we are with you. And we are very,
Yes, sir.
very happy. And when later on, when the results came and we were overwhelmed with the response of the students, we got so much love. And that is what a teacher strives for. And
Yes,
we
sir.
are really proud of all of you students. अच्छा
Thank you
श्रेया,
so much, sir. Would it have been possible without you all?
सबसे छोड़ के व्हाट आर योर फेवरेट टीचर्स एक्सेप्ट मी एंड जन्म मैम, उनको छोड़ दो.
Okay, so Praveen sir, definitely, like, teacher as a human being, everything, like, Praveen sir is definitely one of the best in the field. And Dilip sir for medicine, I used to love watching his classes. Medicine is so vast, but I remember sir had taken mission classes for like midnight. Tak his classes used to go, and I've attended like it. And I used to love medicine as a subject from UG days, but he actually showed what medicine is. And when he teaches, it's not as if you're just rectifying facts and just writing, okay, this is this. The way his teaching is there, it's about clinics. It feels like you're in a clinic. That's how he teaches. And it's beautiful, like amazing. And even Amritsar surgery, definitely really nice. And I like Rena ma'am's classes also. Like, I have attended OBGYN. Even OBGYN was one of my favorite subjects. So yeah, even that, and all of the teachers who have attended from Cerebellum. But yeah, these came up to my mind right now. So,
That's great.
even Sparsh sir, yeah, Patho was also one of my strongest. I actually texted him also yesterday to thank him because yeah, like I started my mission classes. My first live lecture actually I think was his only, because pharma I think I missed 2 classes initially because I was not well. So yeah,
So, Shreya, it was lovely interacting with you, and I would like to thank you for sparing the time for our students. And
pleasure is all mine.
heartiest congratulations to you and your parents. Please give my congratulations to your parents also. And
Yes, sir.
all of us are obviously proud. Your parents also will be very proud of you. And most important, I will reiterate again: you will be a source of inspiration for thousands of students. Okay, and when we post this interview, you will definitely get lot of questions in that YouTube. So please be available to answer the queries of the students because they are looking up
Always,
to you.
sir. Yes, always. I have been doing that since the result came. I actually reply to each and every message I'm getting everywhere. Definitely always happy to help. Pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shreya. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Thank you for your time.